welcome to Chronicles of the Wise. My name is Johnson John Rose. Now, one of the most alluring attributes of Statia is its fascinating history. There are just so many interesting stories to be told, an invaluable experience to be shared by the people who have made this island their home for many, many decades. And one such person is Leroy Parris. You may know him for his music, but there's a lot more to the legend we know as Bandigo. So, welcome to Chronicles of the Wise. You rather I call you Bandigo, don't you?
Yes.
So you're officially one of the wise in Statia.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I there as a young guy, come up with the music, photography, so many things we could talk about in me, which I love. Come to the people, I'm very active, and I show people who I am, and
you got stories galore from what I've got and gathered. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to go back and then come to today. You came from Nevis.
Yes.
In the 70s?
70s, 1970.
69 or thereabouts?
69,
70.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was your first trip to Statia?
Yes, first trip to Statia. They heard me sing in Nevis and they said they want a vocalist for the band. And I said, okay, I can go with you since it's close by. And I go, but when I reach to Statia, I said, what? This is the kind of place I love. Small, beautiful, I love this. So I said, look, I got to drop 2 anchor. That means I ain't going to move again. This fellas try to laugh.
2 anchors.
Oh, 2 anchors.
Not just one.
No, 2.
2.
Bow and stone.
How old were you back then?
In 17 years and a half.
17? You're 17.
Yeah, 17 years.
They've brought you here as a backup singer.
Yes, as a leading singer.
As a leading singer.
Yes.
And you decided, I'm going to stay here.
Yes, I stay here.
Yeah. But you had to go back to Nevis, obviously, before.
Yes. Every time I get a chance, I slip away. It's only about, what, an hour, hour and a half? Mm-hmm. Boat, plane, whatever I catch. I go home and spend a little time and come back. Because we travel a lot to Aruba when it comes to Carnival and so on. And after I'm the leading singer, I said, well, let me buckle up. So I buckle up and here I am still.
Talk to us a bit about those days back then. What were they like?
Oh my goodness. The days in singing, in Carnival, in playing Christmas season is dynamic. Real dynamic. Everybody was together. We sing, we talk about everything, and especially when it comes to the singing part, we have to sing. Could manage. I will sing Spanish. I cannot speak it. I just listen.
Just listen to it.
Listen to the tape and put it in and just bring it back out, and it was wonderful.
Feel free to break into song whenever you need. That's all right.
Yes, and after it come to Carnival, I said, well, everybody's singing for Carnival. I want to sing too. Fella said, you going to sing? I said, yes, I'm going to sing. I said, what are you going to sing? I said, I don't know. I have a song, but I was working somewhere and someone tell me he have a fight, 2 boys and a lady. So I said, okay, I'm going to make one on that. And I think the lady had named Jella. So I get my strength together and I sit under a tree while they were eating. I said, oh yes, this come to mind. And I was singing. I make a first verse. Going down the street with my camera in my hand. Everybody shouting, look at Jella man. You could hear them shout. They're singing on me. Everybody shouting, sing this melody. Pong Jella pong, pong your fontan behind. Pong Jella pong, pong it all the time. Pong Jella pong, hey, look the funeral. Pong Jella pong, Statia bacchanal. I'm gonna pong you Jella. I'm gonna pong you Jella. I'm going to pong your jella. That was the chorus.
That was the chorus.
And
of
everybody
yeah,
up to
yeah,
today,
yeah.
everybody's still asking me if you're going to make something better
This,
than that.
this are memorable.
Yes.
Back then, your calypsos seemed to be more on fun and entertaining.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
And why I sing calypso, I try to sing calypso that the smaller ones could pick it up. No big words, no long words, something that you catch very quick. And that's it's all about.
Yeah.
And up to today, everybody telling me, pong your jella, pong your jella. And this is 2023. And this happened since 1979.
Good Lord. That was a long time ago back then.
Yes.
What was the atmosphere? It's calypso, it's carnival. Imagine that I am a 17-year-old now just looking at this and trying to get an image of what it was back then. You're on the stage and the entertainment and the audience and so on.
Man, listen. I tell you, it's something that stick in everybody's brain, especially when they see me. What you coming with next? You coming, you think you're gonna beat Pangela? You think, listen, give me one. I said, not now. When Carnival come, I'll give you a next one. And it goes on. And in 1980, I sing one that I coming from my crown for 1980. I beating Lord Baker, Barrow and Trini. And leave Lord Jean to the last. Cause I come to play me mass. People believe I'm crazy. But I come to sing real Irie. And if you don't believe me, hey, this is what the free.
These people that you mentioned in the calypso, who were they?
Well, most of them is those calypsonians that try to take the crown from me. For the first time when I go up, I win the crown. In 1980, I take both crowns. First man take both crowns in Statia is me.
Yeah, what were those two crowns back then?
Coming from the crown for 1980, and the next one, the road match, is stick in the bad pan.
So you had the crown as a calypso king,
and the road match.
and then you were the road match king.
Yes.
First person ever to do that.
First one.
Yeah.
And the beauty in it, everyone asks, how can I get it do? I say, look, from a young boy, I love singing. Even when I go to school, I sing in alto, treble, tenor, and they tell us, close our eyes. And I never move me from one spot to the next. One the teacher asked me, why you sing like? I said, teacher, I don't know, but I love this thing. I love this singing business. And in Nevis, I ride bicycle from 8.5 miles, go and come just to practice. So, you know, if no one could have tell me, you cannot discourage me in anything I do.
What drew you to music and singing? What got your interest?
Well, tell the truth. I heard my father sing. And, you know, during the Christmas season, they'll go in people's yard and sing. And when I wake up, I say, Mama, where Daddy is? I say, I don't know. When I came in the street, I say, you see my father? He said, he gone on the other side. And I will listen and listen and listen. And I will hear my father's voice, about from here to maybe down by Mazinga.
Powerful voice.
Powerful voice. And I grew up just like that. And the neighbor would tell me, Paul, you're just like your father. You do. And it just happened just like that. And so wherever he do, I do. Except drinking. Except drinking.
You didn't.
No.
One.
I see what he does to people, so I say no. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
So from that age till now, never.
Never
No,
drank.
I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
You know, he showed me what he's done to others. So I don't get in it. So but what I want to do and what I do, I focus on everything I do. And I don't want 95%. It got to be 100, 120. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it at all. I'm not going to do it.
So you said no one to this day has beaten your record.
No one.
So tell us
No
about
one.
that record.
In 1979, Pongel. In 1980, both crown. In 1981, no one. In 1982, no one. I won the crown, the road march crown, for at least 5-6 years, non-stop.
Yeah, take that, Winston Fleming.
Well, Winston Fleming, I taught him.
Really?
I taught
Oh,
Winston
brilliant.
Fleming. I taught Winston Fleming.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to be around them, and I told him, if you want to win the crown, it's 1, you can't stand up on stage. 2, you have to know what you're singing about, and you have to have it with you. And if you're going to be something like a platter, it's not going to work. If you're going to sing about a lady, the lady has to be there. If you have to sing about a fowl or whatever, it has to be with you.
And we talked about, as you talk about fowl, you brought chicken on stage.
Oh, yes.
Did you?
At least 7 to 8 roosters.
What on earth were you thinking?
Well, my word march was the cock. A lady, come and tell me, follow me to BG. When you come down, you will like to dance. When you hit me, I will like to prance. Brother and sister down in the village. Everybody want to play. And when you come down, hear me, sister. You could hear the rooster break away. In the morning or tonight, the cock. And everybody singing, hey, the cock. You want to say, this is the cock. You come on carnival, it's the cock. And it goes on.
And so you have the roosters as
Yes,
prop.
yes. That's my presentation. And it worked. It worked.
They didn't let you down, did they?
Never. Never. And some very big roosters. You know, yeah. I hire all my grandchildren when I go to work, come back, so say, who get the big rooster? They get $5. When I came back, I admit.
You actually had real roosters.
Real
it's not
roosters.
People dressed as roosters on the stage.
That is not good enough for me. What I sing in God have to be there with me. And that's the beauty in it. In anything I do on stage, when I was on stage, you have to be with me. And secondly, my mic would have to be very long because I want the whole stage, pick it up, the whole stage. And when I sing, don't be in my way because I push you down.
Back then, there were no cordless microphones. Were
No.
there? So everything was...
If I had a cordless mic, then I would have to be all down in the crowd. So, you know. But it was fun. Real fun. And
what about this one about the man in the moon?
The man in the moon. Oh, the man in the moon. Listen, the man in the moon is a guy, I think a guy from Trinidad I sing that song. Mm-hmm. And I say, and when I really check, I say, he's right. Everything that live or have life, walk with the moon. Mm-hmm. You know, and because when I hear him sing, half of the moon is diamond, the other part is gold. Me grandfather say,
where the man gone? Yeah. What became of the man in the moon
that Grandpa told me about? My grandfather says the moon man, but he hide from the astronaut.
Yeah.
He rule the weather, he rule the sea, and cause your baby to born. Grandpa must be lying. Where the moon man gone? Yeah. You know, and the what? But I don't know. In anything I do when it comes to singing, if I hear you sing a song and I love it,
yeah,
I'll pick it up. you know. And then I remember he had the next song in Nevis. He had a ferry between St. Kitts Nevis. That's one of the passengers. And in 1970, it sank going to Nevis. They didn't know how much passengers was on board because it was on August Monday when everybody have to go to Nevis when you have Culturama instead of Carnival. And everybody go on the boat and the captain didn't know how many. So when you reach in the channel, it rock. And you know, some ladies sometimes, everybody go on one side and it sank. And the other day, when we go to work, and fellas say, what you have? I did. I say, if I sing the song, I'm going to get jail because you're not right. On the 1st of August 1970, what a shock Christina gave to Pori, yes. I know the people go and leave the yard. I know me lad can work hard. The government should lend a helping hand. Christina gone straight to bottom. Our premier man, why you let them go? And they leave. Poor Navy suffering, so yes, they should sue the government for bad management. Everybody got eyes to see. Christina left Nevis empty. And it goes on, you know.
Yeah. The general sense is that a good calypso is great social commentary.
Yes. Yeah. It's a message we try to send, you know, and everybody, like for instance, they have a place in Nevis they call the Culturama City. And when they have Culturama, especially on the calypso night, the whole government that in power sit to the front because they follow them bringing a message to you. Since they can't speak to you in office, so everybody have the pen and paper, and every calypso sing. They write it down, write out the message that he want to tell you, and it works. It works, you know, and it happened up to today. Every guy that in power in Nevis, and a politician or whatever, sit to the front and listen carefully, because some can't catch you in office. So he's telling you now what's happening.
What's happening.
Yes.
So let's bring it over here. As you said, I'd like to make the comparison when back then, when you were winning all of those road match crowns and other crowns, and today. I come in here, I've never seen a calypso contest in Statia myself. So, is that
well,
of concern to you?
Yeah. Well, right now the calypso that in Statia right now is poor, very poor. It is not like before, from the 70s up to about 96, 97, and it go downhill. It not enough people go into it now. I don't know if the Carnival Committee not showing interest to buy them over, like give them a price what is, you know, that could bring them back in. Well, for instance, when we used to sing in Nevis, the king will get a piece of land and a new car, you know, and the queen will get a piece of land and a new car. And what happened between Culturama in Nevis and the Carnival in the West Caribbean is different. In Nevis, Culturama is like this. We call it Culturama because it's culture. And if the lady can make her own dress, she make more points. If she make your own earring or shoes, she makes your own points. It's not the best dress that you buy from America. That's not the system. So everybody try to do the best poet you can make and recite it, the way move you. This is what we're looking for, you know. For instance, now, last week, I was listening to the news in news, and they don't have the slogan for next year. already. And they don't have 5. And the beauty they have 5 ladies for next year queen. And that's what happened. It's something that everybody look forward to. And that's the beauty in it. And the beauty in Nevis culture is, if I play the music and I get down, I kind of play it, what happened is the people that in the committee go to the school and who out there teach, go in the school and teach others so it don't drop down, it come up.
So my concern has always been, and the reason we've started this series of discussions with experienced people like you, is to make sure that the knowledge that you've got, you can share with people who are coming after you, and to make sure that our traditions, our culture, the things that make us station, don't disappear as our experienced people leave this world. From your experience, all the things you've known about calypso and culture, because you're very much ingrained in all of that, what is it can you teach a young person who doesn't know and doesn't understand what happened back then? What do they have to learn from you today?
So many things. I could teach him the way he's supposed to sing. I could teach him the way he want to be. I could teach him, if you, for instance, the little music I have, I could give it to him if he want to learn. I remember one time I went to school one time and asked the teacher if I can come to school and show them what I have. They tell me it's a good idea, but no one never called. And I think that is a bit slack. And, you know, like for instance, I come from Nevis, and it's two different culture we have, and what happened. I really, really want to see this little country where I live in to rise. I want the younger ones to shine and see what it's all about. But it's tough. Today for the young people, it's tough. If you have 100 young people, you only get about 10 to 15 from that. And the others will most of them is on maybe motorcycle and, you know, this kind of, but the singing part is
the calypso
yes,
part, the cultural element of it.
It's very tough.
Yeah. But if you get 10 to 15, that's 10 to 15 that you
Yes.
are grooming for the future, aren't you?
Yes, because in Nevis now, we have the young ones. The young ones. I mean, you see a young boy that's 6, 7 years, 9 of them sing calypso. Mm-hmm. But in Nevis now, we have to have tent. Tent means we live in the south. 15 calypso from the south. We have a tent. Like on Saturday, we sing, all 15 sing, and we pick out 5 from the 15.
That they will go on to
go on.
National contest.
Yes, and next week, the north, the 15, and take out 5 from the 15. And then we have a next breakdown.
So a tent isn't this structure that, you know, when you say a tent, you mean it's really like a group of calypsonians from...
Yes. Each.
Perform.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to get how many, and
so
then...
the south tent and the north tent.
Yes,
and,
east and west tent.
Yeah.
And what happened when we have those, we have the king from last year will sing, and then we have a contest with all these 10. I mean, all these 5, 10, 15, 20. And you have an calypso show to bring out 10 from the 20 to sing with the king.
for the finals,
Yes,
so
yeah.
you can have a contest.
Yes, for the final.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't have the sort of population
No,
here in Statia for
No, so-
something like this. But as I said, the interest seems to have waned. I don't see calypso as part of carnival here, except for, you bring a few calypsonians to perform, but I don't see a calypso contest here.
No
How
more.
much does it hurt the heart?
Listen.
It's-
Yes,
it's-
it worries me a little bit. It really worries me a bit because he had a little girl, my neighbor, had won the road march. So what? Little girl win the road march. I said, no, it's not true. A little girl, about what, 14 or 15 years, went between those guys who sing road march for so many years and won. I said, what? I said, you're not sounding right, but it happened.
Which calypsonian today you think can rival you at your best?
well, I will tell the truth. The song that I sing now is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for instance, they had a guy from Trinidad called Kitchener, Lord
Yes.
Kitchener.
Yes.
Kitchener was singing Trinidad, and no one can beat Kitchener so easy because Kitchener, especially Kitchener, believe in the road march. Kitchener sang a song, Audrey, Sugar Boom, Sugar Boom Boom.
Yeah.
And listen, that song still ran because of the words.
Yeah.
And some of us don't understand it up to now. You want to sing a road march, you have to look for common words. You cannot look for words long from here to Sabre. You cannot call it. It's a problem. So we have something catchy. Something catchy mean, if a little child hear that, the mother will say, where are you going to sing from? Because it's so easy. Couldn't manage. We in Aruba playing for carnival, and all we're playing, a sugar boom, boom. A sugar boom, boom.
Mikey is dancing. Mikey's Mikey's a camera
You
operator
know,
here
sugar
today.
boom, boom. I mean, we haven't sing nothing else but sugar boom, boom. A sugar boom, boom. All day, and everybody was dancing, and everybody singing, sugar boom, boom. I mean, this is something that, and today, the children is so smart that, you look for something that really, really, really matters and what it's all about.
So let me put you on the spot.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
You're the king of extempo. So we'd like a road match on the cost of living today. It's expensive.
Oh my
I'm gonna put
goodness.
you on the spot.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with my country. 'Cause I living so high for you and for me. Well, all right, some don't have money. What we gonna do? Some gonna steal, go to jail, and I know it's true. But my brother, let me tell you plain, cost of living must go down. And we go down the drain. Attention, my friend, let me know what to do. Cost of living, oh, for me and you. But me tell you, single mother, single father, ain't have no money, ain't have no honey. Oh, my brother, cost of living, you must go down. Otherwise, you're going to fall to the ground.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Just put him on the spot, and
All right.
there we go. Because I'm told that you'd go on stage with one verse, one
Yes.
chorus, and
Yes.
and that's it, and you just made the rest
Yes.
along
Yes.
the way.
But remember now, the memory getting shallow. The memory not as quick as
but you
before.
you just composed one
Yes,
there.
yes, because it's still in me. It's still in me a bit, you know, and I often tell them what I have right now, who want it, come and get it. You know, I willing to spend some time and say, look, here is it. Take it and build in it and see what you can do. But if you're waiting for me to give you the whole thing, I cannot. I cannot, you know.
So let me go back to the question I asked you earlier. As you look at today's Calypsonian in Statia, let us pick one in Statia who you think can match you. Well, wit for wit, lyric for lyric.
Well, I don't think no one.
Melody for melody.
I don't think nobody could match me right now. But he have a good. He have a fellow they call him Face. He's good. Problem Child is good too. He have one they call Problem Child. He's good too. And
but you don't think they
not
good enough to undo the straps of your sandals?
No, because what happened is the way I get on stage, even if I'm getting down in age, the foot still moves, the hand still moves, and the mouth still open. So, you know, it's
and the brain still works.
Oh my goodness. And the mouth is still big. You know, and sometimes they tell me, it's when you're speaking, it's just a habit. I couldn't help sometimes that I speaking so loud, you know, and that what happened to me. So I really, really had to bring it from in out. And that will happen. I hear some fellows sing, you can't hear some of the words. The words important. So make sure you have the words in place. And that's what happens all the time. You want to sing, you want people listening to you, bring something positive. You don't sing and when somebody says, oh, you're the best, you stop practice. No, continue. Wherever you want in life, you have to work hard for it. And that's the point of it, you know.
If you were to compare your culture, carnival, calypso, years back then, 70s, 80s, and what happens today, how do you compare those? What's missing?
It cannot, in that balance. One, the music, certain bands that play the music is not putting in enough in it. One, two, you have to practice real hard. You want to reach up, you put what you have aside and make sure know what you want. Know what you want to do, know what you want to sing about, that give you a boost. Singing like singing and someone can't get you far. Singing what happened to your country, that will boost you a lot. Sing what happened in your country, that happened, that someone will pick it up and say, he's right. But singing and Jack, Harry, Mary Jane, you only last when you finish singing, that's it. No one will tell you nothing about it until I see you. But if you sing something real positive, even you say price is so high, even you say you can't get a job, you know, these kind of things is positive things that you have to tell them all about. Since you can't speak to them face to face, bring it in music and tell them what it's all about.
What's your favorite story? If you know, imagine you're sitting here now and I'm your great grandson, And you're telling stories of the early days in Statia and going up and doing these things. What is the favorite story you would share?
My
with
favorite
Sig?
story is, and not really the singing, my favorite story will be, I want you to get a trade. I want you to build yourself the way you want to build yourself. Having a trade.
Which is what you did.
Yes.
Which is what you did. So you don't only, of course, play music.
No.
You're like the jack of every single trade there is.
Yes. I, from a young boy, I decided if I come to work with you and I can't learn nothing in 3 weeks or a month, I'm not working anymore. You have to pay me money and I have to learn something from you. And when I go to Mikey, I got to learn something from Mikey. So, for instance, I have one Mikey, I have one from you, I have one from Jack, I have one from Harry, and that's the way it worked with me. Now, I work and I live in Statia. I built 2 houses on my own. Everything, electrical.
Did it on your own?
On my own, from foundation to the roof. Everything on my own because I learned from someone else. And that's the beauty in it. So if you tell me that you're coming to help me plaster a house and I'm going to sit down and wait on you, I start the plaster until you come. And if you don't come, I reach somewhere already. So if you don't
So if you're working in construction, for
Yes.
example, you're not just moving the bricks
No,
around, you're
no.
learning how to do that as
Yes,
well.
because the contractor asked me one time, come here. Yeah. Use a helper or a mason. I said, why? Because you have more tools than a mason. I said, look, you pay me, I don't buy a piece of tool because I want to learn.
Yeah.
And it happened all the time. So the first guy, I don't know, but I think I'm the first guy, put 15 blocks in a wheelbarrow. And I was feeding 2 masons. I put them so much block, so many material that they can't ask for nothing else. So I watch and see what they're doing. And when I see what they're doing, I say, oh, it's so. And when I start to run block, the contractor say, now I know. I say, you still don't know. And up to now, you still don't know. And whenever he see me, he watch me and laugh because I want to know. And I know, but I still want to know because they have so many things that I still don't know. So I do carpentry, I do mason, I do electrician. Tell me what I don't do. Oh, I ain't fly a plane as yet.
But not too late.
Yes, I want to learn. And you know, I reach all up in Mexico, the Gulf, working on an oil rig. So, you know, I do everything. I really want to know. And if I didn't marry as young, I might have been still in the Gulf because they asked me to stay. I said I can't stay. I might have when I was making
calls.
Yes,
Yeah.
I might have when I was making 21.
Yeah.
A young boy. I always want my own in everything. Up to today, I want my own. And my children grow up just like that. I want my own. I don't like, I like to borrow.
Yeah.
And what
I'm
happens?
learning something here. It says, you know, and go for it. Learn as
Yes.
much as you can.
Yes.
So you can be as independent
Yes,
as you possibly can.
it is.
Seems to work.
It is.
Yeah.
So,
So everything you do is more or less self-taught.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. You
Yes.
just learn on your own.
and I do photography. And I had a course with ICS in the States. And my teacher told me, no one ever get 98% in photography. I would like to see you. And this camera business, I love so much that my wife don't touch my camera. And it's something that when I have my camera, one time I dreamed that my camera heartbroken. I wake up and hold the camera like this until morning, and I don't move. And it goes on, and believe me, I will like anyone approach me and tell me, ask me, what is this and what is that? One person come approach me, which is a little white girl, her mother named Tina, up in the mountain. And she take the whole program and swallow it. I couldn't believe it. She take the whole program, what I taught her, and swallow it. So what? And believe me, the things I do in photography, especially when I have the darkroom business, the photographer today, I wouldn't call it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
The darkroom business was better than now. I call it shortcut now, because sitting in the darkroom and you got to know a lot. But the digital business,
Back in the dark room, you had to
yes.
get the film
Oh,
totally dark and
love
put
that.
it in that fluid, that
Yes.
liquid thing,
Yes,
and keep it there and watch
Yes,
it
I love that.
emerge, and then pull it out and
Yes.
shake the thing a little bit, and put it in the other one, put it under this thing to dry.
It lasts
Gosh, that
longer.
was a tedious process.
It lasts longer. It lasts longer. And the black and white picture is better than the colored. It have more contrast in it. You see everything natural, not the colored.
So that tutor who said that no one had got 98%.
No one.
Yes. Did you get that 98?
That's why I tell you.
That's why you got. So
98,
you got
yes.
98.
So he said, "Would you like to see me?" What? 98%? No one ever got 98% in the lesson. But you, 98%, I would like to see you. He called me. Say, yes.
I get the feeling that you were a bit let down that you didn't get 100.
Not exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I really want to pass, because what happened in courses, if you get 75% down, you got to do it all over. And then what happened? So before I read and write, I read until I get it. It got to be this, 5.6, 3.8. The lighting have to be this. And you know, you have what I call the depth of field and all this kind of thing. I thought, I put him on track. I put Mike on track.
Yeah.
And if I didn't learn, I would have beat him.
Oh.
Yes. I would have beat him. You see what it's where it's been now? Yeah. I have a Panasonic VHS. Ask him.
That's old.
Yes.
That's old. I mean, that's to today's photographer.
Yes.
And videographer. Mm-hmm. It's like my son asking me a number of years ago what a floppy disk was like.
Oh. Yeah,
what was a floppy disk like? You know, I had to go to a museum somewhere and find a floppy disk to say that's what it was like.
Yeah, you know, and living in Texas too for 5 years and playing the music. I want to blow trombone, and the guy asked me, "Why trombone?" I said, "Because I said, one, I love the reaction of it. Two, I want to learn it. I often like something to rustle me, fight me off. And when I get it, that's it." The guy said, "Okay." I never read the music until I reach in Texas. I never blow trombone until I reach in Texas. I blow 4 scales in a week.
What does that mean? I haven't a clue.
In trombone, you have to find your own scale. The note. You have to find the note. You have to push it the way. I blow 4 scales. 4 scales mean do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Right.
In C. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. In G. You know,
yeah.
in F.
Okay, yeah.
And the guy tell me, "You will?" So why? He said, I'm a music teacher in school. I have students For 3 years, can't blow 2 scales. You blow 4 scales in a week. I said, I want to learn. I want to learn.
So it's the determination
Yes.
to learn.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
that's
Now
the
I
thing.
told my children, don't go in nothing because Jack do it. Do it because you love it. That's the beauty in it. Because I have this now for six months.
That's your trumpet.
The trumpet.
You're going to blow it to us today sometime. You're going to play this thing. You know.
6 months. And I go on YouTube and I see the guy. So I said, what?
So you learned to play the trumpet
Yes.
on your own
Yes.
by going to YouTube.
Yes. Every day. As long as I have a chance, I take an hour play this thing. You have to. You know, and no one know I blow trumpet unless they hear me from my house. You know, so when I get it and I go outside and say, what? You for real?
And you play the keyboards as
Yes.
well.
Yes, I play 2 keyboards. I play the guitar not much, but the banjo. Yes, I play the banjo. And all these things I play by watching.
Oh.
I say, oh yeah, okay. The chapel piece here, the old people home there. Along every time they have something like the Christmas party and so on, they call me and I play for them. I used to play down Jane House from 6 to 10, non-stop. And one day they asked me, why you don't play no more? I said, no, because it changed my life. And what happened is, when I started playing 6 o'clock and they started eat dinner, I turned the music down. And what happened is, what they pay me, the guests give me more than what they pay me. And when I finish play and I pick up the instrument, I have at least 12 bottles of water because everybody wants to give me a drink. And I don't drink strong, so I get a bottle of water. And I drink, and I drink. When I look, I have 12 bottles of water still there. And they say, man, wait, something asked me, I never heard a song before. I said, look, I just make it. What? See, I just make it. I see her sitting down there, and I said, well, this is good for. And the beauty in it, I singing, I playing, and you and your wife still have a conversation. You know, you enjoy yourself. Sometimes they put the dollar between the keys. Put it between. Watch me say, man, you're the best. I said, no. I just try, to do the little thing, and it's something I love.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
Well, tell the truth. My favorite song is Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't know who make it, but
Paul Simon and
one day
Art Garfunkel.
we leave from we leave from in the Gulf of Mexico. From the Gulf of Mexico, from the helicopter, going to Carmen, Mexico. From Carmen, Mexico, we go into Merida, Mexico. And we're going to leave from Merida, Mexico to come home. We have to spend a week in Mexico to get a visa. We in the hotel, we come across on the other side of the hotel, and had a band up there playing Bridge Over Water in Spanish. And they say, if you're not buying anything, I'll go back downstairs.
Bring you down.
I listen. Idea, and I listen to them how to sing it and how to play it, because everybody plays different. And when they're going to play the second verse, I take the mic, and they sing the second verse in English. The short guy asks me, you want to play with me? I say, I know I can't. I can't. And I sing the second verse. And
Let's hear it. Can you remember the song?
when you're down and out, when you're on the street, When the evening falls so hard, I'll comfort you. See how they fall. Oh, when times go on, and friends just can't be found like a bridge over troubled waters. Oh, will let me down.
Your favorite song altogether?
Yes, my favorite.
And what's the best one you think you've ever written?
Song?
Yeah.
Oh,
Best one you've ever written.
But tell the truth, I never write a song. I never wrote a
You've
song.
never written
No,
a song.
I was sing one verse in I write one verse in a chorus and get the others.
But they're all your creation.
Yes, yes.
So the best song you've ever, well, let's use written a little bit loosely here.
Yes. What happened is, I don't know if you ever see people shaving ice,
Yeah.
put in a cup.
In the cup, yeah.
I don't know what you all call it, but we call it Faco. And I put coloring in it.
Snow cones.
A snow cone, right?
Yeah.
I make a song on that one time.
You had a song about snow cones.
Yes.
Shaving ice.
Yes, I had a whole block of ice on stage. I had about 15 children, 15 different color cups, and a guy shaving the ice. I tell him, he never stop shaving until I finish singing. So I had a little lady make a gate, and I put the lady to the back. And I sang, but the woman tell me I must come and give her 2 flavors. So I tell her, she must wait. I will meet you by the gate. Why you want the fake woman? Give me the fake woman. You know?
Yeah, so that's, you think, is your most creative of
Yes.
songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Culturally, what lessons would you leave with a young person who is watching this in terms of participation and involvement and acceptance of our culture?
Well, tell the truth. Whoever watch it and listen and really want to pick up something, it can work. It can work. And as long as you pick it up and you learn it, you can bring in your own after you get the system of it. Because what happens is, if you make a song for the first time and you try to make a second one, the first one all the time come in you. But you have to break it. You have to try to break it. You have to try to break it at all times. Because you'll get one tune with 15 songs. Which is, so when I say, I hear you once and I hear you all the time.
All the time.
But if you break it and you sing differently, you say, who that? You
That
know?
means you've got to be
Yes.
creative, doesn't it? It means you've got to think.
Yes,
You've got to be,
fight it.
Yeah.
Fight it, because sometimes the same words come at you. You say, I don't want that. That's why some writers write, when you have 50 sheets of paper, and start again.
Doesn't come, yeah.
You don't.
Writer's block.
And what happens to some of us, Sparrow is the greatest calypsonian. People write for him. Some of us don't want no one help us. That's a problem. Some got to help us along the way. Sometimes you're looking for a word what you have. You said, Deacon, I have something for you. So let me hear you. He said, boy, you know how long I'm looking for this word? And what happens? Some don't want no one help them. You have to have a help. And that's the beauty. It carry you a long way. When we was singing in Nevis a long time ago, what they do with us, you say, get your favorite singer. Who you sing with? Otis Redding, Parris Sledge, which one you like? Otis Redding. We say, okay, sing one from Otis Redding and try and make one of your own. That's what we learn at Navy, back home. And
Of course, I rather suspect, and I'm trying, I hope we don't sound condescending because that's not the intent here, but I rather suspect that there are lots of people today who are 17 years old, 18 years old, maybe 20, who've never heard of Otis Redding.
no. But even the people that sing now, especially the reggae,
Taylor Swift and
yeah.
Beyonce and
Yeah,
and so on.
yes, and
I think Taylor Swift is the topic of discussion these
yes,
days.
and because I'm telling you, when it comes to reggae business, oh my goodness, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say Lucky Dube.
Almost everybody would know
Yeah.
the name Bob Marley for sure.
Lucky Dube, let's say, was good, but believe me,
Sweet voice.
believe me, what happened is, Lucky Dube can sing, but sometimes I cannot hear the words. He bring in a funny sound. But Bob Marley now give you straight to the point. And when I practice, the drummer or we band, a long time ago they have the song right out in the album. When we inside practicing, I have 15 sheets of paper. I said, what is 7 songs? Take out the old ones and put in 7 new ones. And one day, Bob Marley had a song, and I couldn't get it in on the paper. And I sing, and when it comes to the part, I can't get it. What I do, take the paper, rip the paper, and eat it. And say, I'm ready. Had too much tension on myself. Trying to get the song in by putting pressure on myself. So what I do, I rip the paper, eat it, and swallow it. And say, I'm ready.
You had Bob Marley's music for dinner.
Yes. And I don't know if you know the guy, Eric Donaldson.
Yes.
I imitate him.
And what we're going to do?
I imitate him for 8 years. I used to sing higher like him for 8 years. And one day, you see what happened is, when I came from Nevis and started to sing, I used to sing in any key. Young, strong, any key. And I was singing one time here for Bicentennial, and I get hoarse. And no one could have picked up for me. And when I get hoarse, I have to drop a key each time. And that gave my vocal cord a bit down. And one time we went to Aruba for Carnival. We were in Curacao. And we had to go to Otobanda to a doctor because my throat feel like you're on fire. So when you go to the doctor's office, the doctor asked me, what's wrong? I said, my throat is burning me. So when I open my wide, he said, what are you doing? I was singing. He said, if you sing the next song, that's it? Your vocal cord? I said, yeah. So I had to cool out for about 3-4 months. And I have a friend in Nevis right now. The voice gone for good. Because she was in a choir, and she get hoarse, and she was the leading singer. And she can't get it back. So lucky I had to cool off and take it the way it's supposed to take. Yes, my throat was on fire. So from the high voice, I had to come down and couldn't get it back. So whatever I do now, I have to keep it that way, and I can't sing that long like before, and because I used to sing from 6 to 10, non-stop.
Well, we could speak non-stop.
Yes.
but we've got to wrap this up. I
Okay.
mean, it's been rather entertaining a period that we've spent here. It's just a lot to learn. I mean, a lot of stories to tell and to share with people. And I do hope that, people who watch this who didn't know you, if there is anybody, they get to know, first of all, who you are.
Yes.
But lessons that they could learn and how to go along in life. I've been having a conversation with Mikey. This is being recorded, so the day before our recording, Mikey and I were having a conversation about our culture. And the fear that our culture is not evolving but disappearing, being replaced.
Yes.
Because culture is dynamic. It will evolve, won't it?
Yes.
It is input from different people and different generations and all what they come. You've come from Nevis, someone else comes from St. Lucia.
Yes.
There's the people who were born and bred here, and culture will evolve with the input. But our worry was that what is evolving in Statia is being slowly replaced by what is being imported. So you watch it on telly.
Yes.
And, you know, it becomes American as opposed to station. So we're worried about, you know, the fast food as opposed to, you know.
What happened is the honest guy that live right now, I could say, that really, if somebody help him and take over after, is Walton Smith, Lord Jean. Lord Jean is 50. He alone is 50 of them. Lord Jean put me in the mind of my father. Lord Jean will walk with his guitar wherever he go. That show who he is and who he want to be. You know, and call any song, what and play it and what and sing it. And that's the guy people should be around to pick up the slack. Because it was 9 or 10 of them and only he leave now. Who else? And he will stay there and he will play and sing along as you're listening, he gonna sing. And that's the beauty in it.
That's the beauty.
And when I home, and my wife cooking and so on, and I ain't doing nothing, I jump on my keyboard. And my wife in my kitchen, shaking his head, and that's it. I mean, I tell my children, this is part of me. I just can't sit down and get, oh, I can't do that. I have to do it now. And I told them, next month, gonna make me 70 years, and I have to buy a new keyboard. I see a new keyboard, and I have to get it. I have to continue. When the hand can move, then.
Yeah.
But I have.
But as long as there's breath and this
Yes,
movement,
I have to get it.
you will find
Yes.
a way to keep busy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
So, you know, and then I'm going to ask you, you have your trumpet. So we're going to have a little bit of this to end the conversation. And then Mikey, who is also not just doing our camera work, but also the sound engineer and the operator, will fade everything out into the final wrap of it, yeah? Okay. So just allow me to say thank you to everyone and say thank you, first of all, for joining us. That's the program. Join us next time for more compelling stories from some of Statia's most riveting and some of Statia's wisest. Until then, it's goodbye from me and from GIS Statia. Let's pull it out, pull it on, pull that trumpet. To give a chance to open this bag and pull that trumpet, and he's going to play for us, Mikey, and then you'll just actually just fade it out and in. So here we go. I'll keep this for you. Oh, there we go.
Engineer, where you want to play? Engineer,
you take your pick.
Engineer, how to play, engineer?
You take your pick.
Oh my goodness. Why?
There we go. It's shiny.